Hey, pull up a chair, let me tell you a tale or two about the same old dirt under different boots. Yeah, I grew up on a dead-end road where the fireflies danced and the corn got sowed. Mama packed my lunch in a paper sack. Daddy taught me how to patch a flat. First kiss was behind the old high school bleachers. She smelled like bubble gum and old Ford speakers. It's the same dirt, different boots, same sky, same small town truths. We're all just kids at heart with a story to tell, laughing about the time that we raised some hell through heartbreak and headlights, sunrise and fights. It's the same dirt, different boots, but it feels just right. Tommy's dad left when he was 10, left a half-finished fence and a '68 Ford. But that kid could fish like a preacher could pray, and his grin outshined the break of day. Beth moved back after a big city dream, said fancy wine and suits weren't what they seemed. She's got a boy now, looks just like her, spins in the yard till he's dizzy and blurred. It's the same dirt, different boots, same sky, same small town truths. We're all just kids at heart with a story to tell, laughing about the time that we raised some hell through heartbreak and headlights, sunrise and fights. It's the same dirt, different boots, but it feels just right. Remember that time the river flooded the street? We all pitched in, knee deep in defeat. Grandma brought coffee in a battered thermos, and Mr. Carter's joke, man, it still warms us. We fixed each other's fences and hearts, held hands at funerals, lit fires at the start. Yeah, I've seen the world, but I keep coming home, 'cause here's where my roots find solid ground to grow. It's the same dirt, different boots, same sky, same small town truths. We're all just kids at heart with a story to tell, laughing about the time that we raised some hell through heartbreak and headlights, sunrise and fights. It's the same dirt, different boots, but it feels just right. So here's to the ones who never left, and the ones who drifted found themselves. We might walk different roads, but it's the same red clay that's gonna hold us all, come what may. It's the same dirt, different boots, same sky, same small town truths. We're all just kids at heart with a story to tell, laughing about the time that we raised some hell through heartbreak and headlights, sunrise and fights. It's the same dirt, different boots, but it feels just right. Hey man, remember that old porch light glowing, summertime crickets singing and the beer cans flowing. We talk about nothing, but it felt like the world. Dreams bigger than the tire swing twirl. Jimmy's dad played guitar with busted strings, taught us 3 chords and a million things. We sang Free Bird till the neighbors howled, out of tune but we sang it proud. Yes, porch light stories on a Friday night, rusty screen door and the stars inside. Same dirt road, same mailbox names, same laughter through the window panes. From first crush to first fights, from lost jobs to bright lights. It's porch light stories, and man, they feel so right. Gary's mom made the best peach pie. We trade secrets in the kitchen while the lightning bugs flew by. Remember that time the well ran dry? We all pitched in, dug deep, and never asked why. Sammy got a scholarship, took off like a bird, but he still sends a postcard with every good word. Me, I stayed back, kept the grass mowed neat. Same porch swing creaking under my bare feet. Yes, porch light stories on a Friday night. Rusty screen door and the stars inside. Same dirt road, same mailbox names. Same laughter through the window panes. From first crush to first fights, from lost jobs to bright lights. It's porch light stories, and man, they feel so right. So here's to the ones who moved away, and the ones who couldn't find the words to stay. We're all just chapters in the same worn book, different pages but the same porch look. Now my boy's asking why the porch light's on. Says he wants to chase fireflies until they're gone. I tell him that's where dreams get made, under the same old bulb where memories stay. So come on back anytime you're near. I keep the porch light on, I keep a cold one here. Yeah, it's porch light stories on a Friday night. Rusty screen door and the stars inside. Same dirt road, same mailbox names. Same laughter through the window panes. From first crush to first fights, from lost jobs to bright lights. It's porch light stories, and man, they feel so right. Stories, man, they feel just right. Come on by any night, we'll talk and laugh till the morning light. I packed up fast in my beat-up truck. Told mama don't cry, but I pressed my luck. Had a dream in a bag and boots full of pride. Thought I'd find something better on the other side. City lights look pretty from the highway bend, but traffic and strangers don't make good friends. Found out quick what money can't buy: peace and quiet and a homemade pie. Guess I took the long way home, chasing things I already own. Left a town that knew my name for a place where I felt kinda plain. But every road I've roamed just led me back to where I belong. Yeah, I took the long way home, but now I'm right where I'm strong. Ran into Claire at the grocery store. She said, you still got that lazy lean like before. Mr. Jenkins gave me a well-I'll be. Told me I owed him $50 since '93. Aunt June made sweet tea and told me to sit. Said you don't have to run to prove you're it. Sometimes you leave just to come back new, with dusty boots and a clear view. Yes, I took the long way home, chasing things I already own. Left a town that knew my name for a place where I felt kinda plain. But every road I've roamed just led me back to where I belong. Yeah, I took the long way home, but now I'm right where I'm strong. Funny how the same old diner feels like church when you're a little wiser. And that swing behind Dad's old shed feels like it held up all the words I never said. Now I mow my lawn every Saturday and wave at folks like it's Judgment Day. Got a dog named Lucky and a porch with chairs and a sunrise view that beats a millionaire's. Ain't ashamed of the time I went. Sometimes you gotta lose just to pay the rent. But the best part of any map I own is the turn that finally brought me home. Guess I took the long way home, chasing things I already own. Left a town that knew my name for a place where I felt kinda plain. But every road I've roamed just led me back to where I belong. Yeah, I took the long
There's an old man fixing fence by the Baptist church. Same ball cap, same sunburned shirt. He's never flown, but he knows the sky. Reads the weather by the way the crows fly by. Miss Darlene's baked a pie for every soul. Lost her husband, kept her heart whole. Still calls every kid darling down at the store, like she's holding on to something worth more. Here's to the ones who never left, who stood their ground when the rest took a step. They've seen the highs, held tight through the lows, planted roots where the river slows. They don't need fame or a big city check. They're the backbone, not the headline text. Here's to the ones who never left. Joey works nights at the power plant, got a crooked smile and a farmer's tan. Tried college once, said it wasn't the same, but he could fix your car with a can of beans. Coach Miller still drives that beat-up van, still yells hydrate like it's a battle plan. Taught 3 generations to throw and catch, and cried when his quarterback married his match. Here's to the ones who never left, who stood their ground when the rest took a step. They've seen the highs, held tight through the lows, planted roots where the river slows. They don't need fame or a big city check. They're the backbone, not the headline text. Here's to the ones who never left. It ain't about being stuck or scared. Sometimes it's love that keeps you there, the kind you can't explain in a job interview, but it shows up in everything you do. Now me, I tried the world for a little while, came back with bags under my smile. Found peace in the slow, in the known, in the plain, in Sunday meals and a hard summer rain. These folks ain't flashy, but they gold through and through, and if you're lucky they'll raise a kid or two like you. So here's to the ones who never left, who stood their ground when the rest took a step. They've seen the highs, held tight through the lows, planted roots where the river slows. They don't need fame or a big city check. They're the backbone, not the headline text. Here's to the ones who never left. Yeah, the world keeps spinning, moving fast, but they hold on and they make it last. Here's to the ones who never left. You were sipping cherry coke on your daddy's tailgate. I was trying not to trip on my nervous state. 15, awkward, the farmer's tan, but you still smiled and took my hand. We danced in grass taller than my pride, homecoming lights and fireflies. You said, don't worry, I'm awkward too, and that's the night my world got new. We grew up slow like the cornfields do, side by side in muddy boots. From teenage fights to sweet I-dos, from prom night laughs to baby shoes. It wasn't perfect, but it sure was true. Life changed, but I grew up right with you. Worked nights at the diner with grease in your hair. I swung hammers and boots that needed repair. We paid rent late and cooked on a stove that leaned like the stories we both told. Fought over nothing, made up with pie. You always knew when to kiss and not ask why. When we lost your mom that fall, you still made room for love through it all. We grew up slow like the cornfields do, Side by side in muddy boots, from late night tears to mortgage dues, from hand-me-downs to Sunday pews. It wasn't easy, but we made it through. Yeah, I grew up right with you. And now the porch creaks when we sit at night. You in that robe with your coffee light. Our boy just shaved for the very first time, and our girl's wearing your stubborn shine. You laugh and say, where'd the time go? I smile and say, don't matter, we know. We don't need Paris or a high-rise view, just crickets, stars, and that back porch moon. The world's changed fast, but here's what's true: I'd still choose every year with you. We grew up slow like the cornfields do, side by side in muddy boots, from first car rides to silver hues, from swing set dreams to driveway truths. It wasn't perfect, but it sure was true. Life changed, but I grew up right with you. Yeah, we're older now, but still brand new. I grew up right with you. Buck's been pumping gas since '83. Still wears overalls and smells like antifreeze. Swears he once raced Dale down in Tennessee. Story changes, but we let it be. Miss Patty at the diner's got a steel hair bun. She'll call you hum while loading your plate with fun. Can't cook eggs worth a dime, but she'll pour your coffee right on time. They're the legends of this town. Ain't in books, but they're passing stories down. They know who kissed who behind the gym, who got caught skinny dipping on a whim. From church potlucks to Saturday fights, from bad advice to good porch lights. Yeah, they wear no crown, but they're the legends of this town. Shared phrase, got a limp and a lazy eye. Claims it's from a bull, but I think it's a lie. He'll wink at kids and say, stay out of jail, then give them gum and a fishing tail. Larry at the barbershop cuts too quick, but you leave looking sharp, just not how you pick. Talks politics with a side of jokes, and he'll shave your neck for free if you bring him smokes. They're the legends of this town. Ain't in books, but they're passing stories down. They know whose truck won't start in the cold, who's cheating at cards and won't fold. From jukebox tunes to bingo nights, from pickup lines to Christmas lights. They're rough and round, but they're the legends of this town. You don't need fame when your name gets told in the barroom laughs and stories old. You live forever in the tales we keep, the kind that show up when the talk runs deep. Now kids grow fast and fences fade, but those names still echo down the parade. We toast them soft when the day winds down, the ones who painted this little town. Yeah, they're the legends of this town. Ain't in lights, but they wear a hometown crown. They knew who drank too much at prom, who wrecked their dad's old Dodge and ran home to mom. From ball games to back roads and clowning around, they made this map without leaving town. Ain't no need to write it down, we just live it out loud with the legends of this this town. Yeah, they're gone, but somehow still hang around. The legends of this town. I still keep your flannel in the back of my truck. Smells like sawdust and a whole lot of love. I swear some days I hear your laugh floating in the breeze down that gravel path. Taught me how to change a tire and talk slow, how to tip my hat and let the small stuff go. Now I do things the way you used to do, even catch myself talking just like you. You still ride with me in the dust and in the rain, in the Sunday quiet and the football game. I see your boots in the way I stand, hear your voice when I shake a hand. I thought goodbye meant you were gone, but you've been here all along. You still ride with me. Took your old thermos to the lake last June, sat on your rock, watched the sky turn blue. A kid ran by skipping stones in the stream, felt like something from an old daydream. Mama still sits your chair at the end, talks to it sometimes like you're just pretend. And I get it now, how love don't fade, it just moves around in a quieter way. You still ride with me when I'm driving slow at night, when I'm working late and can't get it right. I hear your boots on that wooden floor in the stories folks still tell at the hardware store. I thought goodbye meant you were gone, but you've been here all along. You still ride with me. I'll raise my boy with the same old rules, teach him yes ma'am and finish your tools. And when he asks why I smile at the sky, I'll say that's just Grandpa rolling by. So here's to the quiet and the memories deep, the promises made that a man still keeps. You may not walk these roads I roam, but they still feel like home. 'Cause you still ride with me in the engine's hum and the morning dew in that worn out Bible and my Sunday boots. You're in my lap when it's loud and wild, in the way I love my wife and child. I thought goodbye meant you were gone, but you've been here all along. Yeah, you still ride with me, and I'm driving just fine with you still riding with me. Packed my Chevy in my 6-string case, left at a welcome sign without a trace. Chasing neon lights and skyline dreams, thought small town life was bursting at the seams. Got a job on Tuesday, quit it by June. Played in bars that smelled like stale perfume, slept on couches, chased the fame, but the big city didn't know my name. I gave it a shot, yeah, I gave it some fight. Played my heart out under downtown lights, but I miss front porches and calling folks kin. The smell of rain and the Friday wind. Sometimes you gotta leave to understand the gold I chased was right in my hands. I came back with less, but I ain't ashamed. That big city didn't know my name.
Met a girl who wore high heels and pride, tried to teach me sushi, bless her try. But I still crave chicken fried in the pan, and someone who liked a calloused hand. Tried to fit in, trim my draw, but man, I miss the way we talk, y'all. Felt like a ghost in a downtown frame, cause that big city didn't know my name. I gave it a shot, yeah, I gave it some fight. Sang to strangers every Friday night, but I miss gas station coffee and Uncle Ray's jokes, where the lies are big and the hearts are folks. I learned what I needed from the runaway flame, that the big city didn't know my name. Now I cut lawns with my buddy Jake. We talk about girls and bad knee aches, and when someone honks, it ain't road rage, it's your cousin saying hey from 2 decades. And now the bar knows my drink and my story too. The preacher waves when I pass through. I play on Sundays down at the mill, just an old 6-string and time to kill. I gave it a shot, but I found my fight, where the stars shine bigger in the rural night. Ain't no spotlights, no marquee fame, but this little town still knows my name. Yeah, I came back with less, but I don't feel lame. That big city didn't know my name. Now I ain't running, I ain't chasing a flame. I'm home where they all know my name.
Had a plan to hit the coast back in '09. Packed my bags, kissed mama, said I'll be fine. But my truck broke down by Miller's Feed, so I fixed it slow and stayed the week. Then Rachel waved from her front porch swing, said you leave. Well, that's a shame. Next thing I know, we're drinking tea, and I'm thinking maybe this town's got a hold on me. I almost left this town more than once or twice. Had my boots by the door and my map's alright, but the roads keep turning back to these fields where love runs deep and the biscuits are real. Something always stops me when I hit that line. Guess small town living keeps changing my mind. Yeah, I almost left this town, but it never let me go. Tried again in 2014, had a job lined up, some city dream, but my dog ran off the night before. Found him waiting by the hardware store. Then old man Clyde said, son, don't be dumb, this place may be slow, but it sure ain't numb. And I laughed, but deep down knew that concrete life just ain't my view. I almost left this town, suitcases stacked, even got as far as the railroad tracks. But then someone's cow got out again, and I spent the day helping Farmer Glenn. There's always something about this place I find, pulls me back every doggone time. Yeah, I almost left this town, but it never let me go. Say I'm stuck or scared, but there's magic in a county fair where the stars outshine the city lights, and your neighbor shows up when your well runs dry. Now I got a wife and a pair of kids and a beat up porch where we shoot the breeze and fizz. We talk about leaving now and then, but laugh cause we know we ain't going again. I almost left this town with my restless pride, thought the world was better on the other side. But turns out home ain't a place you choose, it's a place that just won't turn you loose. And I'm thankful now when the sun gets low that I never got too far to know. I almost left this town, but it never let me go. No I've dug ditches in July heat, roofed a barn with blisters on my feet, drove a forklift, poured concrete. Ain't much work I ain't had to meet. Never punched a time card just for pride. I did it so my kids could sleep inside. I ain't got degrees hanging on my wall, but I built a life that don't feel small. I've been paid in calluses and sore backs and faded jeans. Ain't much money, but I got peace in the sound of crickets and the smell of grease. I may not have much in my savings account, but love runs deep and the lights stay on. Yeah, I live proud and I sleep sound, 'cause I've been paid in calluses. Used to envy suits and leather shoes till I saw them fold under pressure too. Out here we don't bluff, we don't pretend, we just get up early and work till the end. My boy asked once, "Dad, are we poor?" I said, "Son, we're rich in a way that's more." Your mama's smile, that's pure gold, and this old truck still gets us home. I've been paid in calluses and sunburned arms and busted nails. With each job done, I've left a trail of honest sweat and hammered tails. I ain't fancy, but I stand tall, 'cause I know what it means to give your all. Yeah, I walk proud through rise and fall, 'cause I've been paid in calluses. I ain't ashamed of a blue-collar hand or a fridge with leftovers in a coffee can. We toast with sweet tea, not champagne, but our love don't wash out in the rain. Now I watch my son roll up his sleeves, taking after the man he's seen, and I just smile when he comes home beat. There's a kind of pride that don't taste sweet. We get paid in calluses, in long weeks and short paychecks, but there's freedom in that kind of sweat, and roots too deep to ever forget. We may not shine in the world's bright light, but we glow like coals in the quiet night. Yeah, we live proud, we fight the fight, and we get paid in calluses. Yeah, paid in calluses, and wouldn't trade a single one of them. That old oak tree out by Miller's Pond still leans a little left, but it's holding on. I carved their names there in '85. Didn't think back then what it meant to survive. Now the diner's got a drive-through sign, and Bobby's boy runs a county line, but I still wave at every car that goes by. Some habits live even when people die. I'm still here, still me, a little more gray and a little less speed. I lost some friends, but I found my peace in the sound of the wind and the rustling leaves. I've chased dreams years I've slammed some doors, but I always came back to this porch floor. You can call it slow or simple maybe, but it's home to me. I'm still here, still me. I've watched good folks rise and fall, watched boys turn men and babies crawl. Fished beside my daddy till he passed. Now I take my grandson, time moves fast. Used to be scared I was missing out, thought the world was big and I was too small town. But the years have a way of showing you grace if you're still long enough to see the place. I'm still here, still me, with a heart that's cracked but finally free. I've made mistakes, I've made amends, I've buried some pain and welcome friends. I don't drive far, but I walk real deep. Know these roads like I know my sleep. Call it old or call it steady, but I call it peace. I'm still here, still me. Let the world spin fast, I'll take it slow. There's gold in the quiet that most don't know. I found heaven in a back porch view, and the gospel in a sky so blue. When I go, don't cry too long, just play this tune and carry on. Tell them I laughed, tell them I tried, tell them I lived and loved real wide. I was here, I was me, in a town too small for a mystery. I held strong when the storms blew wild, loved my woman and raised my child. I left no riches, but I left a name, one you can say without feeling shame. That's enough for me. I was here, I was me. Yeah, I'm still here, still me. Drove a Dodge with a busted taillight, smelled like strawberries and Marlboro Light. Had a laugh that made the whole truck shake, wore ripped jeans and a hard half-baked. She could outfish, outshoot any guy, stole sips of whiskey with a winking eye. Mama said she's trouble, boy, don't you fall, but Bonnie made trouble feel 10 feet tall. Back road Bonnie, barefoot wild, queen of the cornfields, daddy's denial. Taught me to love in a truck bed storm. First cold beer, first heart worn. I ain't seen her since that July rain, but every summer I feel her name. Yeah, some girls go, some girls stay. Back road Bonnie never fades away. She kissed like she had nothing to lose, played Skinner loud in her high-top shoes. Taught me how to cuss and how to pray, how to lose and laugh the same damn day. She had dreams of Texas boots and bars, but ended up stuck selling used cars. Heard she married some guy from Abilene, but I doubt he knows what Bonnie means. Back road Bonnie, barefoot wild, fire in her heart, sin in her smile. Taught me how to bend, how to break, how to leave and still feel the ache. She's a ghost in every song I play, but I don't mind when she haunts my day. Yeah, some girls leave, some girls stay. Back road Bonnie never fades away. I got a wife now, kids and chores, but I still smile when I hear her snore. In my mind, that is driving down Route 3, singing off key with her boots on me. Maybe we all need a Bonnie back then, someone to shake us then let us mend. Not meant to last, but meant to be that wild little chapter in our memory. Back road Bonnie, barefoot wild, carved her name in a country mile. Taught me more than a preacher could about young love and misunderstanding. but yeah, some girls burn, some girls stay. Back road Bonnie never fades away. She's long gone, but in some sweet way, back road Bonnie still rides my brain. Used to keep my Bible on the dash, right next to a flask I tried to stash. Play church on Sunday, wild on Friday, told folks I was fine. Guess that's my way, but life's got a way of calling your bluff when the job goes south and the roads get rough. I found more grace in a flat tire night than in a sermon dressed up in a coat and tie. Dust on my Bible, mud on my boots. I talk to the Lord when I'm patching the roof. Ain't always kneeling, ain't always clean, but He sees through the grease and gasoline. I've strayed some roads and paid my dues, still sing Amazing Grace a little out of tune. I ain't perfect, but I ain't mute. There's dust on my Bible, mud on my boots. My granddad prayed with his hat in hand. Didn't quote much verse, but he was a stand-up man. Taught me more faith fixing up his shed than 100 red-letter words ever said. I've cussed in storms, begged in pain, said thank you driving in a slow lane. Truth is I don't always know the plan, but I still tip my hat to the man. Dust on my Bible, mud on my boots, tire marks down them back road truths. I've sinned in barns, I prayed in fields, felt heaven fall in the silence here. I've run from grace and chased it too, still find it showing up in worn out pews. I ain't polished, but I'm real and true. With dust on my Bible, mud on my boots. Ain't about preaching, ain't about shame. It's about coming back when you lost your name. It's a whispered prayer at the end of the day. Thanks for the roof, Lord, and show me the way. Now my boy's asking questions I once asked, like does God hear when I'm fixing the grass? And I just smile and say, son, He's near, anywhere your heart's sincere. Dust on our Bibles, mud on our boots. That's the kind of faith that sticks like roots. It ain't loud, but it holds on tight like stars that shine on a sleepless night. We fall, we rise, we stumble through, but grace still finds the worn and bruised. I ain't holy, but I know who's who. With dust on my Bible and mud on my boots.